Hello, Brian Heckman here for another segment in Learn Through Clouds. Today's session deviates a bit from my objective that you learn something new from clouds. But it's important in that what I have to share will give you a website that provides a wealth of top-of-the-line distance learning courses and lessons on general meteorology, oceanography, marine meteorology, and geospatial topics, including an introduction to celestial navigation. So if you're ready, let's see a place for continuing education in meteorology, oceanography, marine meteorology, and much more. Here's what we'll cover. First, we'll take a tour of the MetEd homepage and end with how to create your own account. Then I'll show you how to find courses and lessons. Finally, we'll locate the course titled Introduction to Meteorological Charting and walk through the first part so you can become familiar with how to navigate through a typical MetEd course. I'll also show you how to change your settings so your instructor can receive your end of course completion notice and a final grade. Let's take a quick tour of the MetEd program. I'm going to start here on my iMac under the top sites, and I'll just type in the URL www.meted.ucar.edu. Okay, so this brings us to the home page. Important for new users to sign up for a new account. If you already have an account, then you use this tab. Then the next level is where the major tabs for the organization of MetEd exist. So we have the home, and that brings us back. Then we have an education and training. This is where courses are selected and found and searched. Then we have, and we'll come back to this in a few minutes, the communities. Next one is the resources. This is an important place to know for support forum. If you visit this, if you have any questions at all, once you create an account and if you have a problem of any type or questions, you can go ahead and submit a support form just using your email address, your name, first and last name, and then you can select a topic, an issue that you have, and then submit that. And you will for sure be able to they will respond to your queries. Technical notes are at this section, and these are the typical things that cause problems. So it might be well for you to review this before you get started. About MetEd, the important thing here is to see the breadth of the COMET program in the MetEd. These are the funders, besides the National Weather Service, NOAA's National Weather Service. Last thing is My MetEd. So if I was to click here and I will sign in, then this is where you get all of the lessons, the courses that you are taking, and you're looking to see the final exam, take the survey. So it's all about courses and lessons that you want to take. Now, this is an important tab, is My Queue. When you click on My Queue, when you go through, we'll come back up here to the education and training where you find courses and lessons. But as you go through, you'll see there's a link that you can click when you're perusing the courses, that it will then show up on your queue. So these are now saved. This is all the ones that I've gone through, picking out different ones that might be interesting to pass along to you guys. So this is an important thing that you might be able to find courses of interest. How to sign up for a new account. So you click on this, email address, a username, first and last name, create a password and confirm it. Your location, country, they're interested in the country, state, and city. You can choose an affiliation. If you are enrolled in a course and your instructor wishes to track your progress for COMET program, COMET courses that are required, type in their email address at this location here. And that way they will get progress reports, final grades, that will give them the evidence that you completed the course, prerequisite for their course. Let's go to the next topic. How do we find courses or lessons? And that's under the Education and Training tab. So on the right here, we see that the training resources are divided into a lesson which is targeted toward one focused subject, whereas a course is a collection of lessons that pertain to a broader subject area. You can receive certificates of completion for both lessons and courses. Courses are entirely self-paced and available for open enrollment. So now we come back now to the way the curriculum is divided is all topic areas. So topic areas include, for example, aviation, meteorology, fire weather, fog and low stratus, geospatial, numerical weather prediction, numerical modeling, oceanography and marine meteorology, and then satellite meteorology, radar meteorology. It's also divided by languages. For all languages, there are 587 lessons and resources, and there are 39 courses. Now if we go back to back here, then let's select English only. Now that reduces the number of lessons and resources down to 395, while there are 39 courses. So the other way to sort through, let's go back to lessons and resources. The other way that we can sort the content is through the date from the newest to the oldest, oldest to the newest, title from A to Z, Z to A. And then the other important way to sort this is through skill level from the easiest to the hardest. So let's select that, and we'll go up and select marine oceanography and marine meteorology. So the courses, the first one is the Principles of Celestial Navigation, and as you see, you can get the basic information about a course. It's in English, published April 23rd, 2015. It has a skill level of 0, completion time approximately 2 to 3 hours, and it's under these topics, the geospatial. So we go back up here, and we would see geospatial and oceanography and marine meteorology. And then there's a short description. So 1 requires basic scientific literacy. 0 is suitable for non-scientists. 2 requires some prior knowledge of the topic. And then let's go to next, and then we'll scroll down and we'll find a 3, which requires advanced knowledge of the topic. We can use the search window up here, and let's just go ahead and pick out a topic. Let's pick out pressure gradient and search. So let's say, for example, for pressure gradient, we were looking for a way to have another perspective with a course that we're taking in basic marine meteorology. And we want to know about how the winds blow or why the winds blow, and we know pressure gradient. is a topic, but I don't quite understand it. I want to see if there's some other ways that we could look at it. So in this list, then, we've got lessons and resources. So let's scroll down and just see some of the examples that pop up from the MetEd site. Weather observing fundamentals. So that's a level 1. So we might want to check that out. Let's just take a look at that and see. So that's an English course, 2014, 2 to 3 hours. So it looks like it's a full course. Go back up here to this window and let's type in Introduction to Meteorological Charting. Search. Let's go ahead and just click on this. And that is the latest, 2015. And so here's the course. So you'll get an idea of the completion time would be probably an hour, maybe if you want to take your time, figure on a couple hours. It's introduced, let's see, other topics, no plugins. Skill level is 0, so there's no prerequisite for that. And so you can get the idea of this. Now, if you want to do this, you can add that to your cube at this time, or you can then go ahead and begin the course. And so now I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and that's where you are. So you begin the course here, and for nearly all the courses, there is a pre-assessment that you take. It's better to go ahead and do it. If you don't know the answer, just guess at it, or if there's a choice, do not know, go ahead and do that. So you want to go to the pre-assessment. And in this case, I've already taken it, so I want to return to MetEd, and then I'm back up here, and then I just begin on the class, and then let's see what are the choices here. Yeah, just go ahead, begin the lesson. And let's see, yeah. Begin lesson. And that's where you begin. So then you go ahead and follow the instructions, and then this is your next window, and then you can just step through it. So that's a review of the MetEd site, how you can use it, and the course that that you can go ahead and take, the Introduction to Meteorological Charting, and have a good time with it. If you have any problems, make sure you can go back and ask the folks at COMET program, and they will answer your questions.